Imagine waking up in the morning feeling perfectly fine, starting your normal routine like any other day, and yet that being your last morning alive. No, this isn't a horror movie or a made-up story to scare you. This was the harsh and devastating reality of one of my patients that I will never forget. A healthy and active 72-year-old man, proud grandfather of 7 grandchildren, who died of sudden cardiac death just 2 hours after waking up on an ordinary Thursday morning. His wife was in the kitchen making coffee when she heard a dull thud in the living room. He had collapsed on the floor without any prior warning. The shocking cause of all this, an incredibly common mistake he made every single morning. A silent enemy that, according to alarming statistics, millions of people watching this video commit in the first hours after waking up without even realizing the deadly danger. Stay with me until the absolute end, because in the next few minutes, I will reveal this fatal morning habit that is a ticking time bomb for your heart. And more importantly, I will show you how simple changes you can make tomorrow morning can literally save your life and add years of health. I have been a cardiologist for many years and have seen repeatedly how certain, seemingly harmless, and routine morning habits end in devastating tragedy without warning. The story of my patient, let's call him Carlos, to protect his identity and family privacy, is not a rare isolated case as you might think. It is the echo of a silent health crisis happening in homes all over the world every morning when people wake up. When his wife called me completely devastated and in shock without understanding anything, she said, with a trembling voice, "Doctor, I don't understand anything at all about what happened so fast." He had just woken up fine, was talking to me normally, seemed perfectly healthy. How could he have died so suddenly without signs? The shocking answer was not in any severe hidden disease or rare genetic condition. It was in the 5 mistakes he religiously committed every morning, upon waking in habits no one ever questioned. The autopsy revealed sudden cardiac death due to fatal arrhythmia. But the true underlying cause, the triggers that unleashed that deadly arrhythmia, were morning habits that went completely unnoticed for years and decades. Behaviors that progressively stressed his heart every morning until the day it simply couldn't take it anymore. In this urgent video, I won't just reveal the fatal morning mistake that took Carlos away, leaving 7 grandchildren without a beloved grandfather. We will unmask 5 deadly morning mistakes that are dramatically increasing your risk of suffering sudden death, massive heart attack, or devastating stroke in the crucial first hours after waking up. And rest assured, I won't give you an endless list of scary problems without applicable practical solution. For every dangerous morning mistake I will reveal in detail, I will give you a clear, simple strategy with solid medical backing that you can implement tomorrow, because my goal is not to scare you and make you afraid of waking up. It is that you finish this video knowing exactly what you must urgently adjust in your morning routine to reduce the real risk you are running every day upon waking. Let's start with the main and deadliest morning mistake. The one that silently claims the most lives in the first 2 hours after waking up. The cardiovascular shock you create without realizing in the first 15 minutes of the day. But before diving into these 5 deadly morning mistakes that could kill you tomorrow morning, I need you to do something crucial right now. Click subscribe to the channel immediately. Leave that powerful like to help the algorithm show this life-saving video to more people who need this urgent information. And turn on the red notification bell so you don't miss any vital content. Share this video now via WhatsApp with your parents, your friends, anyone you love. You could be literally saving someone's life with a simple morning share. Comment down below how old you are and which of these morning mistakes you recognize in your routine upon waking. I want to get to know you and accompany your journey of transformation for safer mornings. Now, let's reveal morning mistake number 1 that killed my patient Carlos and could be killing you slowly too every morning without you having the slightest idea of the cardiovascular danger you run. Morning mistake number 1. the one that contributed directly to the sudden death of my patient Carlos, is getting out of bed abruptly and starting activities immediately without giving the body the crucial transition time it desperately needs. Many people wake up with the alarm ringing, jump immediately out of bed, and in a matter of minutes are already moving quickly around the house doing 1,000 things. But here is the deadly cardiovascular problem no one told you. During the 7 hours you slept, your body entered a completely different state of functioning. Your blood pressure dropped significantly. Your heart rate slowed down to deep rest levels. Your blood became thicker and more concentrated from hours of dehydration, and your blood vessels naturally contracted. When you get up abruptly and start moving quickly, you force your heart to make a violent and abrupt transition from 0 to 100 in seconds. It's like stepping on the gas of a car with a cold engine. This creates what cardiologists call morning cardiovascular shock, a tremendous acute stress on the system that can trigger fatal arrhythmias, rupture of arterial plaques, or pressure spikes so high they cause strokes instantly. Medical statistics show something absolutely terrifying. Most sudden cardiac deaths happen between 6 a.m. and 12 p.m., with the peak occurring in the first 2 hours after waking up. It's not a coincidence. It's pure physiology. Your body wasn't prepared for the sudden stress you imposed. Studies from the American Heart Association confirm that heart attack risk increases by 40% in the early morning hours, compared to any other period of the entire day. Why? Because in this crucial morning period, your blood is naturally more prone to clotting after hours still during sleep. Your cortisol levels skyrocket, creating acute inflammation, and your blood pressure rises faster than at any other time. If you add abrupt movement and immediate stress to this already dangerous mix, you create a perfect cardiovascular storm. Carlos had the habit of waking up at 6 a.m. with an alarm, jumping immediately out of bed, going straight to the bathroom for morning hygiene quickly, then running to the kitchen not to be late. No transition at all, no giving the body time. His wife told me, he always said proudly, "I'm fast in the morning. I don't waste time. I wake up operating 100%. He thought it was admirable efficiency. In fact, he was accumulating cardiovascular stress every single day for years. The practical solution that can save your life is surprisingly simple, but requires discipline. Implement the sacred 5-and-nut rule every morning without exception. When your alarm rings, don't jump out of bed immediately as if the house were on fire. First, before getting up, still lying in bed, slowly move your ankles, making circles gently flex and extend your legs. Move your arms slowly. This activates your circulation, gradually preparing the system. Second, sit slowly on the edge of the bed and stay seated for at least 2 full minutes before standing up. During these 2 minutes, breathe deeply, stretch gently. Let your body wake up progressively. This gives time for your heart to increase rate gradually, for your pressure to rise in a controlled way, for your vessels to dilate properly. Third, when finally getting up, do it slowly, holding on to something if necessary. Stand still for another 1 minute before starting to walk. This gradual transition of 5 total minutes may seem like a waste of time for those in a hurry, but literally saves lives, allowing your cardiovascular system to adjust without traumatic shock. Set your alarm 10 minutes earlier than you would normally wake up. These extra minutes are the best investment in longevity you can make. Use these minutes for gentle transition instead of jumping straight to activities. Think of your body as an old car engine needing to warm up before driving. You don't accelerate hard with a cold engine without damaging the entire system. Your heart and blood vessels function exactly the same biological way after 8 hours of deep sleep. Japanese studies showed that people who implemented this gradual morning transition reduced morning cardiovascular events by an impressive 60% compared to those who continued jumping out of bed. The difference is so dramatic that some hospitals in Japan Now teach this technique as primary prevention. Also avoid extremely loud and shrill alarm sounds that scare you awake. These aggressive alarms trigger adrenaline, instantly creating unnecessary stress spike. Use alarms that increase volume gradually, or gentle nature sounds that wake you up kindly without cardiovascular startle. If you take medication for blood pressure or heart in the morning, don't take it immediately upon waking on an empty stomach as many do rushing. First, do your gentle 5-minute transition, then drink a glass of room temperature water to rehydrate, and only then take your medication. This allows the medication to work better because your body is already awake and circulating properly. Carlos's story haunts me because he did literally everything wrong. Loud alarm at 6 a.m., jumped out of bed, immediately ran to the bathroom, started the day in emergency mode. His heart took this for years until that fatal Thursday morning when a ventricular arrhythmia was triggered by morning shock, and he collapsed in the living room before even having coffee. The autopsy showed he had moderate atherosclerosis. Not severe, just moderate, but repeated morning stress over deck. AEs created conditions for a plaque to rupture that specific morning. If he had implemented gradual transition, he would probably be alive today playing with grandchildren. Don't make the same fatal mistake he made for years without knowing. Tomorrow morning, when that alarm rings, remember this video and do the correct transition. Your 5 extra minutes of life can give you 20 extra years of longevity. Morning mistake number 2. Killing thousands silently is drinking strong coffee immediately upon waking on a completely empty stomach and severely dehydrated body after 8 hours without drinking absolutely anything. Millions of people have this automatic routine engraved in their brain. Wake up, go straight to coffee maker, and first thing entering body is hot, strong coffee. Seems harmless, seems normal, seems even necessary to wake up properly. But here is the brutal cardiovascular truth cardiologists have known for decades. Coffee on an empty stomach is a time bomb for your heart, especially after age 50. Why is this so dangerous specifically in the morning? Because coffee contains caffeine, triggering your adrenal glands to release cortisol and adrenaline in massive amounts. These are exactly same stress hormones your body releases when a lion is chasing you to kill you. Cortisol immediately tells your liver to dump stored glucose into bloodstream, raises your blood pressure dramatically, accelerates your heart rate, and constricts your blood vessels. All this happens within minutes after that first sip of morning coffee you love so much. If your body is already naturally stressed by waking up process, you just threw gasoline on a fire that was already burning dangerously. But problem is even more serious and deadly when you consider severe dehydration. After 7 or 8 hours sleeping without drinking any water, you woke up with deficit of approximately 500–700 milliliters of water in body lost through breathing and night sweating. Your blood is literally thicker and more concentrated than at any other time of day. Imagine thick honey instead of flowing water. Thick blood flows slower, creates more resistance, forces heart to pump much harder to move that viscous liquid. Now add coffee, which is diuretic, meaning makes you urinate even more, losing more fluids, dehydrating you even more deeply. You just worsen dramatically an already dangerous situation. American Heart Association studies showed morning dehydration combined with caffeine increases clot formation risk by 300% compared to being adequately hydrated. Clots are exactly what causes heart attacks and strokes, blocking vital arteries. Carlos, my patient who died, had religious habit of drinking 2 large cups of strong coffee right upon waking, always total empty stomach, never drinking water first. He said, "I need coffee to function. It's first thing I do." This seemingly harmless habit was creating blood pressure spikes every morning, damaging his arteries progressively for years. Coffee on empty stomach also triggers gastric acid production in massive amounts without having food and stomach to process, causing chronic inflammation. Many people feel as burning or discomfort but ignore as normal.